The Guardian of the Thistlewood, Carlos Carrasquero. Every year, when the snows began to melt and the rivers swelled with new water, the raiders came riding from the north. They went for the barley, the wool, and sometimes the children, quick, brutal men in patchwork armor who thought the little village of Briar an easy prize. But they never found it. Beyond the hills lay the Thistlewood, a forest so thick and tangled that even daylight struggled to breathe within it. It was said that once a man entered the Thistlewood with ill intent, it would wander in circles until the forest spat him out again, pale and trembling, with eyes full of shadows. No one in Briar questioned the forest too closely. They left offerings, baskets of honey, wreaths of heather, milk poured at the tree roots, and whispered their thanks. Long ago, before the stories, the Guardian had been a man. His name was Cayen, a woodcutter who loved the quiet of the forest and spoke kindly to its spirits. When the first raiders came, they burned his cottage and left him for dead. The forest found him, broken and bleeding, and asked if he wished for vengeance. He said yes. The bargain that followed was one of roots and sorrow. The forest bound his soul to its heart, twining his veins with ivy and filling his lungs with the whisper of leaves. When he rose again, his eyes gleamed green as moss, his skin bark dark. He walked with too many legs and saw with too many eyes. His head held myriad branches like deer's antlers, and his breath became mist of pine. Cayen was gone. The Guardian was born. That spring, when the raiders came again, they rode beneath an unchanging sun that hung too long above the trees. Their horses stumbled, their compasses spun, and each path they chose curved back to the same clearing, where the shadows seemed to move on their own. They heard branches crack like bones and saw shapes between the trunks, too tall, too silent, too many eyes. When the Guardian appeared, he did not roar or strike. He only looked at them. One man screamed that his dead brother stood among the trees. Another dropped his sword and began to pray. None could say afterward what they had seen, only that the forest seemed to lean closer, that the air itself was watching, and that they could feel the weight of their sins pressing on their hearts. By dawn, the raiders fled, leaving behind their weapons and their courage. Years passed, and Briar prospered. Children played at the forest's edge, daring each other to shout thanks into the green gloom. Sometimes, on the stillest nights, a deep voice murmured back. And though few now remembered the woodcutter's name, they still left honey and milk beneath the oldest oak. For they knew that in the depths of the Thistlewood, the Guardian still walked. A monster made of mercy and shadow, keeping watch over the people it could never again live among.